Blog Talk Radio.
Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Grown and sexy, doing a party. Good summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed.
Welcome to another Friday night of the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
And we're here to turn it out once again. Every Friday night, if you're joining us for the first time, we're an adult late night talk show. We talk about anything and everything. The rules of the Pajama Party is that there are no rules. And remember, when you wear pajamas, no drawers allowed. That was a disclaimer.
Well, let's just say they're optional. Yeah, I got mine on, Papa.
Optional. Okay.
They're optional.
Redwine, she's so ho-hum. Ho-hum.
I'm politically correct.
You're so ho-hum.
There's a
anyway.
certain thing called manners and decorum.
Yes, okay.
And I believe in practicing both.
I really don't have the patience for that. I let
You're
it go.
a hater.
I let it go. I mean, if I poke a hole in the balloon, what am I going to do? Watch it explode?
Amen. You could.
No, just blow up.
Yeah, you might, Rabbit. You might.
Anyway, Ketel, can you give us a rundown on what's happening tonight?
Sure can. We got a lot going on this week. We got the hot topics. South Carolina has record flooding. Congress can't find a new Speaker of the House. U.S. Capitol Police rescind warning of violence at Million Man March. Rupert Murdoch apologizes for quote-unquote real black president remarks. Hidden and quitted headlines. Walter Scott family reaches settlement update. Powerball jackpot winner. Florida school hypnosis scandal. Oregon's first week of legal pot sales. Playmobil releases a slave toy. Interesting. What's popping with Poppa DD? Sports Corner. The weird news. Woman found inside porta potty. Ohio man calls cops on himself. Man sues restaurant for roll throwing. That's funny. I'm just saying, with Redwine, does Cosmo need a social studies lesson? Hello. Ketel's Corner. I got a new one tonight. It's crazy out there. We're going to find out how crazy it is. Living for the City with Poppa DD. Get off your back. Oh, Papa. What you mean? My Hollywood wrap-up. Cocktail of the week, Kentucky Buck. Our celebrity birthdays, we're going to get back to that. Our kiss it list, of course, and always the last word. Sit back, relax, have your favorite cocktail, because we're sipping on Kentucky Buck tonight. Woo! And we'll be back with the hot topics.
Hey, this is Poppa DD. Join me on Friday nights live at the Pajama Party Adult Online Radio Talk Show. And don't miss my segments called Living for the City and What's Poppin'.
Hey, and join me. This is Redwine with the long stem, and I've got the hot topics in my commentary called I'm Just Saying. And don't forget, the cocktail of the week for me, Ketel with the yellow top. I got the Hollywood wrap-up along with weird news. And don't forget, we've got the kisser list. That's for the people who get on our last nerves, and you want us to call them out.
So join us on Blog Talk Radio for the Pajama Party.
Every Friday night at 9 p.m. on the East Coast and 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Go to apajamaparty.com to listen online or follow us on Twitter at apajamaparty. Call us live, 914-803-4306. And don't forget to press 1.
Now let's get back to the show.
Hey, what happened to the snack tray or the bartender?
Does he want to see my slippers?
I'll call the room service.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
All right, you join us for the first time. We are an adult late night talk show. We talk about any and everything. You can call and comment on what we're talking about or come up with a topic of your own. We're very non-discriminative. But if we don't agree with you, we will beat you down.
Hello.
3 different ways.
Watch out now.
Me, Redwine, and Ketel.
Ooh, I like it, a 3-way.
Wow.
Woo, watch out now.
All right. Anyway, our first topic for the night, Ketel, what we got going on?
South Carolina has record flooding. I know you guys have seen it on the news all week. Unfortunately, South Carolina's governor on Thursday warned of more flooding in the rain-battered state, as swollen rivers are expected to deliver more water to low-lying and coastal areas. Governor Nikki Haley, she toured the hard-hit areas of Kingstree and Gibbons Ferry, and what we saw was devastating, she said. You're seeing boats and yards and houses underwater and damage at levels we never thought we would see. There were 267 roads under the jurisdiction of South Carolina Department of Transportation that were closed due to the rain, and 134 bridges were closed. 17 deaths across South Carolina have been attributed to the flooding, which began after heavy rains on Friday. A state of emergency has been declared for South Carolina, and the Federal Emergency Management Agency is assisting those affected. It says the National Guard also has been shoring up dams, and on Thursday, North Carolina announced it would send 500 more soldiers and airmen to help respond for the flood in South Carolina.
Wow.
So it has been some truly devastation in South Carolina. So our hearts and prayers go out to the families, and Godspeed with their recovery and everything. So
yeah, that was crazy, seeing all those images and everything.
Yeah, because they said so much amount of water rained in 2 days. I mean, what they would see in a whole year. It rained in 2 days. That's a lot of water.
Yeah, water's vicious. I mean,
they said they haven't seen this kind of rain like since 1,000 years or something.
Yeah, it could be very devastating. Right here in the D.C. area, we experienced a dark cloud not long ago, about an hour ago, and it was crazy. I mean, thunder, lightning. It was raining like. Imagine that going on for 4 or 5 hours.
Wow.
The sewers just can't hold it, because most people, when they sweep up, they sweep the trash into the sewer hole.
Which is crazy.
Because
they don't think that it's not going to get.
No, it's just generations. Yeah. They've looked at past. My mama did it. My daddy always sweeped them. My mama.
They don't know any better.
No, they don't know any better.
Somebody needs to stop the stupid.
Yeah. But that's a lot of roads. 267 roads and 134 bridges. They have quite a bit of bridges in South Carolina. That's a lot.
South Carolina's a beautiful place. And it's so sad that they're going through it. They have rich soil there. They have that, like parts of North Carolina, they have that red clay soil. And it's amazing.
Well, I hope that FEMA will be more productive there than they were.
Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
You're right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
FEMA was like real slow to the draw.
I
think it was
not very productive down in Louisiana.
Go there.
But
that situation occurred.
It starts with management. It had to do with the president and the president of FEMA.
That's right.
They weren't doing jackety.
I think George Bush was president then. That's Redwine's
boy. I believe you're right.
That's
Bush is your boy, Redwine?
That's her boy.
Don't believe the hype.
Are you
serious? Don't believe the hype.
She loves him.
I never had sexual relations with that man. Don't believe the hype.
I forgot it's a French guy. I forgot.
Yeah. But speaking of crazy, can I just talk about this thing with the Congress going on?
Wow.
Where there's this situation with the Speaker of the House.
Mad.
They down there playing hot potato with the job of Speaker of the House.
Right, because
nobody wants it.
Because it's a high-profile job where you actually are you're seen.
Yeah.
And you have to speak.
And you end up with the egg in your face.
Which is something that nobody wants to do in Congress. They just want to go there and put their time in. Make their $195,000 a year.
And
take
wait
all
for the next vacation to go
Wait for
home.
the next vacation, recess, and every holiday. And break
House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy made the decision on yesterday to withdraw from the race.
They were sweating.
Everybody thought for sure that he had it in the bag and all of that. Well, now he said, you know what? Take my name out of the hat. I don't want it anymore.
I'm out.
And the whole party right now, the situation with who's going to be the speaker, it's in total disarray.
It's a mess.
And they had a whole lot of stuff on their agenda that still needs to be resolved.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess nothing's going to be resolved until they resolve this.
Where's the Tea Party?
Who knows?
Have
They're
they
somewhere
turned
having
into-
tea, I guess. I don't know what they're doing.
So the tea has turned into these distilled water that's being
It
used
must
in the
be.
fish
They must
tank.
be drinking gin or
It's
something.
fish
I don't
tank
know.
water. Okay.
I don't know. It says that there are several looming deadlines that need to be dealt with, including the need to raise the debt ceiling by early November, and the funding battle that's due in December.
And they outnumber the Democrats by a large margin in the House.
Yeah.
And nothing's getting done.
They're the majority, and maybe that's the problem.
If you look at the cast of characters, I mean, look at your boy Rand Paul with his Jerry curl. Come on. Really?
Why you hate his Jerry curl?
Man, where's his Jerry curl?
That's the end thing now, Papa. Jerry curls are back. Papa, you didn't know?
All right.
You didn't get the memo?
So let your
it's a fiasco. It's becoming a fiasco, that whole Republican Party. And I'm not saying that in support of the Democrats. I'm just saying that Republican Party they've been Tea Party, they've been all kind of stuff, but now they're all beginning to individualize themselves.
Well, I think they've been falling apart bit by bit, and people have been putting Band-Aids on it. And now it's all being exposed for just how much of a mess it really is. Now, there was a meeting at noon on this past Wednesday when the House Republicans were supposed to be casting secret ballots for who was going to be the next speaker. And then McCarthy stunned everybody when he announced he was dropping out.
Because they kept playing him. They kept saying, well, this is going to go against him. This guy's going to go against him. He said, look, I'm out of this.
Yeah.
Okay?
Now, the other two candidates who had thrown their hats in the ring were House Oversight Committee Chairman Jason Chaffetz, who's a Republican from Utah, and the other one is Republican Daniel Webster from Florida, who had previously served as Speaker of the Florida State House. Now, I saw him on a report today on CNN. He's still saying he's in the running.
Yeah, and the other gentleman you mentioned
he has no
from
idea
Utah,
when they're going to run.
the one from Utah, he's very serious about taking it as well.
Chaffetz, however.
Well, what about the guy that blew the whistle on the Democratic thing with Hillary Clinton? He's out, right?
I think he's out, yeah.
Okay. He said, kiss it, kiss it, kiss it.
Yeah. So now the House Ways and Means Chairman, Paul Ryan, he's not even, in the running, but they're trying to get him to do it. And he kept saying Thursday he didn't want the job. But the last report I saw now, I believe it was him talking about he's going to pray over it. So I don't know what he plans to do. But the big dates coming up is on October 29th. They have to come to a decision about whether or not they're going to extend the funding for the highway programs by the end of the month. And then November 5th, they were supposed to make a decision on whether or not they were going to raise the debt ceiling. And that included things like Social Security benefits. And then by December 11th, they needed to decide what they were going to do about the government funding package for the rest of the fiscal year. And if they don't get that together, we might be looking at another government shutdown.
They kill me with
So they have till December 11th to get that one figured out. Right now, the federal government is under a continuing resolution, which is basically temporary funding until they get this set up. And that date was December 11th. So I don't know what they're going to do.
Sounds like a mess.
I think what they need to do is just put all of them in there and draw straws, and whoever gets the short straw, you got the job.
Well, if you guys got any questions or comments what we're talking about, hit us up tonight. Or just check in with us tonight. 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Got to press 1. Get in the queue so you can holler at us. At least say something.
Holler at your girl. Holler at your boy. What else you got, Kev?
Well, U.S. Capitol Police rescind warning of potential violence at the Million Man March. Come on.
Oh, my gosh.
They starting this BS again. It says an email warning of violence has put the U.S. Capitol Police on heightened alert in anticipation of a Nation of Islam march on the Mall this weekend. That's what the Washington Post is saying. The message distributed to all 1,800 officers ahead of the rally commemorating the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March warned the Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan has been accused of inciting violence against both Caucasians and police officers. Come on now, really?
Wow.
So the initial Million Man March was nonviolent, as we know.
Completely nonviolent.
Given today's negative racial climate and the rise of the Black Lives Matter movement, the second one may not be peaceful. So, they're putting this misinformation out here. So the Captain Police, Chief Kim Dine, he says, does not reflect the viewpoint or values of the U.S. Capitol Police, nor was it intended to provide instruction or guidance to our employees. So he's just like, this is a bunch of crock. Somebody didn't put
what was the point?
Out here. Somebody did just put it out here.
Somebody who works for the U.S. Capitol Police.
I'm not sure.
Well, they said it came from the U.S. Capitol Police. So someone who had the ability to send something under the name of the U.S. Capitol Police sent it out. Okay. Do we have to put them on the kissed list?
You might have to.
Of course.
Okay.
And so it goes on to say the Capitol Police Union President, James Conzos, chastised leadership for what he said was race-baiting rhetoric. So, like you said, somebody's putting some information out there and they just starting some shit, some shiggity shit. Is this Nation of Islam organizers say they expect a peaceful event at the Saturday rally, which is this Saturday, October the 10th, and aims to bring attention to failing education and police violence in black neighborhoods. So, they're there to have a particular agenda, not to create no havoc. So why would you start none? Like they say, don't start none, won't be none, right?
I think what they're getting tripped out about is because the title of this particular rally for this year was, what is it, Justice or Else?
Yes, Justice or Else, yes.
And I think that's why everybody's tripping. They're like, well, what do you mean, or else? And people are taking or else to mean that's a threat.
Right, and it's not.
No, I don't take it as a threat.
No, I don't.
They take it as a threat because they know they're wrong.
But you know why it's a quote-unquote threat? Because too many black folks in one area. Just like the year that they were here, they claimed that there was going to be some violence and yada, 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 but it wasn't shiggity shit.
Well, remember how they lied about the numbers?
Yeah,
you know how many people were down there?
More than a million people here.
And they kept talking about, there were probably 300,000 or 400,000. Are you kidding me?
Kiss
it
my
was over 1 million people down there on that
ASS. How about that?
Yeah. I was like, did y'all go down there and bean count them?
See what I'm saying?
They need to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And, they have formulas where they can measure based on square footage and how many people can fit in a certain area. You do a mathematical formula, and you can estimate approximately how many people are in a given space. Right. All of a sudden now, nobody can do math when it's the million-man mark.
Of
like,
course
y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop the bull. Stop it.
Yes, I agree.
They talking about, we don't have exact numbers. We believe it was maybe 300,000 to 400,000, no more than 400,000 or so people. I'm like, okay, y'all need to do the math. It was over 1 million people down there.
What you think, Papa? Was it more than 1 million?
It was about 1 million for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well-behaved people.
Yes.
People that was insightful, looking for answers and new lists on life, and people probably started businesses and stuff when they went back to their regular area they were from. And it's just paranoia,
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Black folks are putting something together, so let's get our,
right.
Get protected. Let's
start
tighten up.
Or make it negative.
Scared to death.
Why it always have to be negative?
The very same people that scrutinize that race of people completely are scared to death of them. How does that even mix?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's like sitting ice on the counter and wonder why the hell it melted.
Well, you just said the key word. White folks, they just scared of the black folks.
No, it's just
we come together as a group, and all of a sudden, I'm scared.
Scared to death.
Right. Scared of what we're going to, quote-unquote, accomplish.
What they think. You don't know what people are going to do. And stop listening to us all as a group and listen as beautiful individuals. Group in mind, but don't listen. We all have our own thoughts. But people think they know us so well, which really leads us to our next story, to be honest with you.
But
if y'all don't mind me going into that.
Sure, go right here, Papa.
No, what was you going to say?
I was going to say, the misconception of, quote-unquote, a group of African Americans, it's always has to be a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And it does not.
Well, that notion has gone on for years with everything that's being said out here. Black Friday, you know what I mean? I got a black eye. I've been blacklisted. I'm the black sheep of the family. Everything people do, they put the black in front of it. And this is a stigma that goes on, which actually builds strength for other people. The more you put people down of something, you can boost up your own thing. The more air you can put in your helium, you know.
Well, how about black is beautiful?
All right,
yeah, well,
now.
you're not going to hear that from the other
Black
side.
power.
Black power. There you
That's
go.
what I say.
And it's not, when you say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. It's not that you're being arrogant. It's just that that's the race you're born with and you're stuck with it. So you might as well be proud of it, like anybody else.
I know
That's
that's
right.
right.
James Brown said it.
Say
it loud.
Strong.
I'm black and I'm proud.
Hey,
Hey, say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Ow!
What you got over there, Pop?
Anyway,
Oh, sorry.
let's talk about
I digressed.
Rupert Murdoch.
Oh, God.
Okay, he's the
hell.
founder of Global News Corp,
Uh-huh.
media empire.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you watch Empire on TV, this man is in control of an empire, okay?
What's
Just
that?
Google him and say, how much is Murdoch worth? They'll say something like
Too much to count.
15 billion. Now, this man who was chumming up, allegedly, with your boy, Ben Carson,
Oh,
he
God.
says, first of all, Thursday, after facing some backlash from his suggestion against Barack Obama, as Barack Obama isn't a real black president. I guess
Really?
that's based on his swagger or his shapely spouse or his whole, you know what I mean?
There's something wrong with that, man.
But his counter to that is saying, I'm looking forward to Republican Ben Carson to become president because he's a real black man.
Really?
Now, what do you know about black men, Mr. White as Snow, Rupert Murdoch? You ain't never spent 1 day, 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 millisecond as a black man. So
Exactly.
tell me, what do you know about black people, really? Except you love to look at them walk by. You love to say when you see a sister walk by, Rupert, it must be jelly, 'cause jam don't shake like that.
What's up, man?
Okay. That's what you think you know. It's amazing how people think they know. And later on in my comment, living for the city, I'm gonna eat it up. I mean, I'm gonna drop the mic, okay? Because they done pissed me off. I'm so tired of people sticking a microscope up my, excuse the expression, ass, and telling me who and what I am as a black man. Hell, I'm trying to figure that out for my damn self. So tell me what it's all about, because hell, I get confused with it. With multi years of granulation, if for lack of a better word, how we just been granulated into whatever anybody thinks we are. But they're all making money off our backs and our shoulders. That's for damn sure. I've seen cleaners out there where I've seen a generation retire and another generation take over from my money. They've been dry cleaning my stuff for 20 years, and a new generation came along. I'm like, damn. And when I was young and playing and doing my thing, I'm sure I paid for a third of their retirement. The way I like to be, looking good and starched up. You know what I mean? So, anyway, so the man now he's trying to apologize, saying, well, I didn't really, and this man is 84 years old. Come on, man. 84 years old? Come on. Probably smells like what? Bengay?
Why are we even listening to this man?
84 years old. Now, here's a man who obviously made his money off the backs and the shoulders, the underpaid, the unappreciated, the marginalizing, all for black people his whole career. Well, let's pay him $6 an hour. You never really people pay people a certain amount of money to keep their mindset in a certain perspective. This is why wages don't go up, because they know that with higher wages becomes higher pride and higher, aspirations
And
toward what
higher
you're doing. And higher expectations. So keep them low and keep them begging will keep you in their, command. Hell, if I can get a beautiful woman to, give me a service for $30,
keep hope alive.
you know what I mean? It ain't costing me $300. Then hell, I made out like a bandit. And this is their theory, keep them paid low and get the most out of them. Please get off my back, which will be my segment later. But that's all I got to say about the Mr. 84-year-old billionaire still talking. Can he talk?
Yeah, he owns Fox News.
He owns Fox News. He owns Global News Network. This man owns everything. He's into everything, and he's Ben Carson's boy.
Shame on him.
Please.
Did we put him on the kissing list?
He's on the kissing list. Hell yeah. In capital letters.
We got him.
We got him.
You got him?
Okay, yeah, we're going to get him. Okay.
I'm going to take a small break. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Hello.
And this is the Friday night adult night pajama party. And you're welcome to call us at 914-803-4306.
And
press 1 if you want to be listened to and give us your opinion on the topics we're talking about or anything you want.
Or just give us a shout out.
Yeah, say hi.
Since we're sitting here sipping on the Kentucky Buck tonight and a few shots, so as soon as you call in, we can get a shot going on.
I got some cognac chasing it with some Stella.
Oh, Stella!
All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
All right.
This is Ketel with the Yellow Top. Join me every Friday for my segment called Ketel's Corner, where I'll be talking about any and everything from Hollywood to far Rockaway, New York, and everything in between. I'll take one of this week's headlines that caught my eye and give it Ketel's point of view. So join me, that's Ketel with the Yellow Top, every Friday night on the Pajama Party. New headlines are coming in now, so I got to go check them out. And I'll see you in Ketel's Corner.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
All right.
Oui, monsieur.
And let's see.
Hit it and quit it.
Hit it and quit is our next segment. We like to
that,
say hello to everyone out there. I don't know if you got the rain like we got the rain earlier, but it was raining.
Yeah, sure was.
Rain, that kind of rain lets you know your roof is leaking.
Yeah.
Your car is leaking. Your shoes is leaking.
If anything's leaking,
if anything was
rain
leaking.
will tell you.
So,
right now.
Ketel, you
yes,
got
sir.
something on Mr. Walter Scott from South Carolina?
Got an update. The Walter Scott family reaches $6.5 million settlement with the city. This was a gentleman that was shot in the back. A black South Carolina man shot and killed by the police officer who is now facing murder charges. They have reached a $6.5 million settlement. Officer Michael Slager, who is white, was arrested and charged with murder after a videotape taken by a bystander showed the officer shooting a fleeing Scott in the back multiple times on April 4th. Scott died at the scene, unfortunately. The video replaced across the country captured national attention and underscored increasing tension between white police officers and black men. Goes on to say, I'm glad the city and the family were able to reach a settlement without the necessity of a lawsuit. That was the mayor, R. Keith. Also, as a result of this tragedy, important issues have been discussed, not only in North Charleston, but around the country. So that's a good thing that they have, open talks and stuff. They're talking about it, and since then they got the body cameras for the cops and everything.
Good.
So that's a plus.
But the one thing that gets me on that case, which I'm trying to understand and famish, and I don't mean to speak, if you don't mind me speaking, Ketel, on the back of your story. This man was seen shot over and over again on TV, over and over again. I mean, it was just like, it was almost like recreational. Every time you looked up, a news show was showing him, have you looked? And then they started narrating like it was a movie. Right. As you look now, he's running out of the car, and here now the cop is shooting at him. And now, if you think back with the two journalists that was killed not too long ago, now they put the word out not to show the video of them being killed. If you didn't see it that morning, then you didn't see it. And by the time it went off the air, And it's really funny how you can shut down some videos, but with other people, just like Anderson Cooper the other night, he had a Katrina tribute. What is it, 10 years?
Yeah.
2005, 2015. And they were showing people outside the convention center that was dead in wheelchairs and zooming in on them. A gentleman who was dead on top of his car in a flood. He was there interviewing a man's nephew, and they said, well, here's a picture of your uncle laying on top of the car. And they literally showed this man who was all bloated from the water, laying on top of a car, half naked, dead as a doorknob. But the two journalists that got killed, don't show them. Like I said, I hate to put racial in the picture, but it's getting kind of obvious. And I'm not crazy,
Right.
at least not yet anyway. Some people may think I am. But I'm listening with the third ear, and I'm seeing with the third eye. And what I'm seeing is that every time black people get killed, it's so easy to show us with bullets getting shot in us as we fall to the ground and die. But then somebody with some type of journalist prestige, because people knew them or the owner of the radio station knew them and they're connected to the media, they told, oh, we're not going to show that video no more. Blah, blah. So why not? You're showing black people getting slaughtered. Every black person got killed. Even the girl that the young, I'm sorry, I don't have her name on top of my head. Sandra.
Yeah, Sandra. What was her name?
Yeah, Sandra.
Yeah.
We at least found her name off the top of her head, which is good. How she just got, over on the beside of the car with her head beat on the ground. We are such entertainment for people. We need to wake up. We're entertainment in every aspect. It's crazy. But the two journalists, again, if you didn't see it when it happened, you didn't see it. And you won't see it. Because they can go across the media and say, don't show it. But black folks, that man that won the settlement just now, he was seen 1,000 times.
I know. But you know, I'm going to piggyback on what you're saying, Papa. It's almost like, quote unquote, going back to the Bethune days that we, like you said, we're entertainment.
We're entertainment,
and that's not right. Oh, look at the black guy running and we're somebody shooting at him in the back. I mean, it's almost like you said, it's almost like a movie. And that's just not right. It just doesn't make any sense. But like you said, it seems like we're becoming entertainment, and that's just not right.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
It's really sad. And if you're not paying attention to that kind of stuff, you really need to wake up.
Right.
You need to wake up. If you think you're grown, you think you're smart, you think you're aware, you think you're fly, you think you look good in heels or a nice pair of earrings, start paying attention to the news a little closer and seeing what's in front of you. Listen with the third ear and see with the third eye. How about that?
Yeah, there's some wild stuff going on. Well, I have some good news for a change.
Not for you, but...
Well, not for me, but good news for somebody. Because not like I got any of it. But out of Lansing, Michigan, a supervisor at a Michigan fiberglass factory won the $310.5 million Powerball jackpot on this past Tuesday.
By herself.
All by herself. And she said she immediately quit her nasty, dirty job.
Funky.
And she's going to start building houses for her family.
What was she doing now?
Her name is Julie Leach, and she lives up in Three Rivers. And she said she had been having a really bad night working the third shift, and she took a lunch break at McDonald's, of all places. And she said, let me sit down and check these 5 numbers while she was in the drive-through line. And she said, I kept going to sleep and waking up to the same beautiful dream. And then the 50-year-old told the reporters at a news conference that her partner of 36 years, Vaughn Avery, and some of their children and grandchildren looked on. She said, I'm going to take care of my kids. I don't want them to have to work like I had to work and deal with the kind of stuff I had to deal with. And she said she wants them to have a good life, and she's going to take care of them.
Does it say what kind of work?
She worked in I believe it was a fiberglass factory.
Fiberglass.
Say, kiss it, kiss it, kiss it.
Exactly. Kiss it and kiss it some more.
She might buy the plant.
I'm sure her nose and her lungs is thanking her, too. Thank you for leaving that
playing
nasty
in a pool
joint.
with her coworkers, but she stopped to buy $20 worth of extra tickets at the
For
Shell
herself.
gas station on her way to work on Wednesday night.
They better watch out. I'm
her
telling you, it's happened
coworkers-
before. They
Her
might
coworkers
sue her.
say, wait a minute,
They might say, wait a minute, that was one of the tickets in
Yeah, they
Yeah,
but
right.
better watch
These
out.
were the tickets she bought.
No,
on
they
her
make
own.
a copy of those tickets.
And she said at first she didn't even believe she won. So when she went back to the place that she worked, it's called Aquatic Bathware Plant.
Wow.
She asked her coworkers to verify it, which I think is crazy.
Mhm.
But she asked her coworkers to verify it, and then she went home and woke up Avery. And she said he wanted to go to work. And she said, are you crazy? We don't have to work anymore.
I got to go.
Lay your butt down.
I got to go back to my job.
Let him go to work. It's like,
Yeah.
bye. I'm gonna go and cash
Go
the
ahead,
ticket
right.
in.
She said they used to talk around campfires and stuff and say if we ever won the lottery, we're going to buy a whole lot of land and build our kids a home and basically build like a little community.
All right,
And
now.
she said that's what she plans.
That's a great idea.
And what's her last name?
Her name is
Money.
Leach.
Money.
Julie Leach.
She gonna have a community called Leach Estates.
Mhm.
That's nice.
So, one more while I'm at it. Florida. This happened in Florida. This is not good news. Down in Florida, an embattled Florida school district is wiping its hands of a former principal. It's a scandal that went on down there. They ended up having to pay out $200,000 to each of the families of 3 students who died after undergoing a bizarre hypnosis. Now, this was out of Sarasota County. They ended up deciding on this past Tuesday night to go ahead and settle. Now, what had happened was, this principal, his name is George Kenny, he had been hypnotizing students. He did not have a license to be practicing hypnosis. I guess he was like an amateur hypnotist. I say amateur because he was not licensed to practice, but that's what he had been doing. So he had hypnotized up to 75 students, as the story is told, but 3 of these students ended up dying. And 2 of them committed suicide after being hypnotized in 2011, and one of them died in a car accident after hypnotizing himself, apparently after being taught self-hypnosis from Mr. Kenny. So an investigation showed that the hypnosis was supposedly to solve stress and help them to concentrate on problem solving and their studies, etc. And that's when they found out that he had actually hypnotized at least 75 students, if not more. So what they're saying is that basically he was altering the undeveloped brains of teenagers, and at least 3 of them ended up dead as a result of it.
Wow.
So he ended up resigning. The school was called Northport High School. He resigned in 2012 and served a 1-year probation after pleading no contest to unlawful practice of hypnosis. And during that time, he was prohibited from practicing therapeutic hypnosis without a license. He admitted that he was wrong, and now he's living comfortably in retirement with his pension.
This person.
Yeah, how crazy is that? Yeah.
So he hasn't been indicted on anything?
No. He resigned. Didn't we talk about before when people do stuff wrong and they say, well, I tell you what, then I quit. I resign. So he.
And what's in it for me when I leave?
Right. He, instead of going to jail or anything, they gave him probation for a year.
That's crazy.
Now, what's really crazy on top of that crazy is that the settlement was approved a week before the parent's civil case was supposed to go to trial.
Wow.
They only settled for a total of $600,000 divided amongst the 3 families. So each family got $200,000, but their child is dead.
I know.
That's sad.
You can't put a price on a child.
And not only that, like I said,
still,
some people, they've been so financially strapped that they make them feel like $200,000 is a lot of money. And like you said, Ketel, you can't even put a price on your family.
Not at all.
And they don't realize that their $200,000 is going to go so fast.
But to me, that's an insult to the child.
Well, the sad part about it, too, is, the mindset of our people. We're just so...
I mean, I don't know what the cost of living is in Sarasota, Florida.
Doesn't matter.
But I would think, first
matter.
of all, there's no amount of money that can bring back your child once they're gone. But in this case, this guy was practicing hypnosis on children. I don't know what he was telling them, because part of hypnosis, my understanding of it, is you're placing a suggestion or a thought in the subconscious mind.
Right.
We don't know what he was telling these kids.
That's true.
What did he put in their mind that caused these two of these kids to take their own life?
Right.
Because the parents were saying that these kids prior to hypnosis were happy-go-lucky, they enjoy having fun, spending time with their friends, etc.
Right.
They go and have hypnosis, and now all they want to do is study, work hard. I got to get an A, got to ace this test, got to get, got to excel, I got to do better, I got to work harder.
Right.
And, it's like you start to just stress yourself out.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're kids, they couldn't take that kind of stress on their brain and on their body.
Right. So after a while, I guess the brain got overloaded and said, look, enough is enough. I got to go, and that was the only solution.
I mean, for all we know, it could have been a situation of, it's just like in any other life, in regular life.
Mm-hmm.
If you work hard and do all you can and you still don't get the expectation that you expect,
right,
it's disappointing.
Right.
Some people don't handle that well.
They don't.
So imagine if you've been programmed to believe, I must win, I must be the best, and nothing else will do.
Right.
And you do all you can, and you get a C.
Right.
On this particular test or something. That would be devastating when you've been programmed to believe it's an A or nothing.
Right.
So some of these kids, I'm sure they just didn't handle it. And two of them took their own life. One of them tried hypnotizing himself, and I believe he drove his car into a tree and died.
That's crazy.
So 3 kids are dead now because of this guy. And he resigns and still is able to collect a pension.
How does this man sleep at night?
Maybe he's hypnotized himself.
Wee. You might have a good point there.
I find that whole story very disturbing.
If you guys got any questions or comments on any of these stories we're talking about, hit us up tonight at 914-803-4306 and press 1 to get in the queue.
Yeah, press 1.
Yeah, got to press 1.
What you got over
from you tonight?
I have another story. It's very interesting. The state of Oregon, and this is not in reference to the recent killings at the community college, not at all. This is the fact that in Oregon's first week of legal pot sales, for recreational pot sales, it reached a $11 million sale hit, which was bigger than Colorado and Washington State.
Wow.
Okay, the recreational sales of marijuana were impressive in Oregon's first week, selling recreational marijuana, making over an estimated $11 million. Okay,
that's a lot to do.
In the first week, not the first month. And I always say when I hear stories about this legalized marijuana states, I think every state should just release anybody from jail that got busted for marijuana. If you're doing 5 to 10 for a marijuana charge, you need to be let go. Why are you holding someone in Pennsylvania? Wait a minute. Let me repeat that again. Why are you holding someone in Pennsylvania for 6 ounces of weed, and these jokers made $11 million in 1 week on the same weed?
Wow. Well, did you hear that they're releasing 6,000 prisoners?
Oh, yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that.
Drug-related,
but these are also prisoners who have a tight legal defense as well.
Yeah,
they're not going. They have to justify. They have to verify, and they have to have people in their corner as far as lawyers are concerned. They have to put it out there. But they're not going to come. With that situation, the squeaky wheel is definitely going to get the oil. But anyway, getting back to Oregon, where everybody's toted up.
Everybody's happy.
Everybody's doing. The Oregon Retail Cannabis Association. Now what used to be Public Works is now.
The cannabis.
They used to be called Public Works. They used to be the people that cut off your water when you didn't pay your bill. Now they're called the Retail Cannabis Association. Estimated there were sales of $3.5 million on October 1st alone. That day, from 8 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock at night when the stores closed, they made $3.5 million in weed. People are smoking weed.
They're smoking their brains out.
Look at the world today. Shit.
Yeah, you're right.
Give me a couple of...
I'm just, It's crazy. I mean, it's very interesting. And they quoted to say we're seeing about one person who owns a dispensary, as they call it. Okay, a dispensary. Now you're in Pennsylvania doing 5 to 10 because they caught you with 4 ounces back in 1984. And they made you feel like you were the ultimate drug. You're the drug dealer. 4 ounces of weed. Oh my God. Okay, now this one guy who has a dispensary, or what they would call a quote unquote
cannabis
business, or
the pusher store.
The pusher store. He said that he at the cap of the first day he made $5 million in one day. He had to keep ordering supplies and new levels of weed because the line was out the door.
What do? You get on Amazon and say, look,
crazy,
Amazon Prime. I need it now.
Now,
crazy.
when I looked at the story with my heart in my hand with the death of the students at the college, I never knew in the background of that same state that all this was going on. Wow.
Pretty amazing.
It is amazing.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it for Oregon. If you if you decide on a vacation spot next year.
Whoop, there it is.
You and your significant other or your partner or your spouse is deciding on a vacation spot this year, I would say that Washington State, Oregon State, and Colorado, if you were a smoker in the 70s, you might want to check that out.
That's where all your friends are.
That's where you can go and get your stellar groove back. Anyway, that's it for Oregon.
All right.
They're leading the way when it comes to marijuana. I thought it was Colorado, but
I ain't mad at them.
Oregon done knocked their
Oregon leaving Colorado
in their watch pocket.
I got one more, Pop. This is interesting. A dark-skinned toy figured on mobile pirate ship has slave collar. The mother busted this particular company out, the Playmobil.
Playmobil's the name of the company?
Mm-hmm. Dark-skinned toy inside a Playmobil pirate ship has caused an uproar for characteristics that appear to resemble to a slave. The figurine appears to have a shackle around his neck, is barefoot, and is wearing tattered clothing. Playmobil says the toy depicts a pirate who was formerly a slave. Now, Ida Lockett, a mother from Sacramento, said the toy is clearly a slave. So it goes on to say Lockett told Channel 13 News her 5-year-old son received the toy with a Playmobil pirate ship for his birthday. After working on putting the ship together, the mother made a startling discovery. The toy came with a shackle along with instructions on how to place it around its neck. The ship also included a dungeon
to put the slave in.
Yeah, it's just a slave collar. So Lockett said the ship, which can retail as much as $89.99, was offensive and just blatantly racist. Selling children's toys that are suggestive of slavery in play is obscene, even more so given the marked absence of diversity in your entire toy line.
That's crazy.
He put on Facebook, #slavery is not a game, Mobile. So Mobile claims, says the playset was designed to depict life on the 17th century pirate ship.
Why would anybody want to play slave?
How about kiss my 17th century pirate ship ass? How about that? This is Ketel, and I'm saying this shit. Yes, Playmobil, your ass is on the damn kisser list.
Oh my. That's
officially.
And y'all thought Poppa DD only one walk around here with loose cannons.
That is really ridiculous.
Yes, very offensive.
And I saw the picture of it, so they can stop with all the alleged, and it appears to be. It's a daggone dark person, tattered clothes, with a chain thing around his neck.
But
what else could it be?
But the crazy thing about it is, it gives you instructions on where to put the daggone chain around the black figurine's neck. Come on,
It doesn't say put it around the white figurine's neck. It tells you, okay, that's the slave figure. You put this chain around his neck. He's the bad one.
Yeah.
And then you put him in the dungeon on the ship.
Yeah.
Those people have lost their... Are they on the kiss it list?
Yes, they are. They have lost their ever freaking mind.
They really have.
The white figurine, they sit on the wraparound porch
Oh, my gosh.
in a rocking chair with a cigar in its mouth.
They sitting on the ship hollering, stroke! Everybody's rowing.
And the quote-unquote slaves need to tell them, kiss my ass! Kiss my ass! Yeah, you got it from Ketel tonight.
Yeah.
It's rough tonight. It's rough.
If you guys got any questions or comments on what Papa's talking about, Redwine or me, Ketel, hit us up tonight at 914-803-4306.
Mercy.
If you already listen via phone, press 1 and we'll see you in the queue.
Yes,
And we'll light you up and you can talk about whatever you want.
Yeah.
Let yourself be free.
We're going to take a quick break and we're coming back with Poppa DD and What's Poppin'.
So I was looking over the Cocktail of the Week archives, and we've had so many really great drinks over the past year and a half.
We've had our original signature drink called the Pajama Party and a game changer, and of course we have the last word.
I like the Revolution. It was Hennessy, lemon and lime juice, agave juice, and bitters with jalapeno slices.
Woo-wee!
I like that Crown Royal Flush with the Crown Royal, peach schnapps, and cranberry juice.
Oh, yeah. And one of my favorites was the, what's it called? The Dutch Mule, yeah, the Dutch Mule with the Ketel orange vodka, lime juice, and ginger beer.
There are so many to choose from on the apajamaparty.com website.
So check out the Cocktail of the Week archives to get the recipes.
And you can find out how to make the Cocktail of the Week and sip along with us.
Are there instructions there too?
Sure they are, along with pictures of the drink so you know exactly what it's supposed to look like.
So what's that y'all got in your glass?
This is a boomerang.
Well, I got a Kinky Reed over here.
And I got the ABS.
Get the recipes at www.apajamaparty.com and click on Cocktail of the Week.
Cheers!
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Books fly.
If you join us for the first time, this is the Pajama Party. Every Friday night, we're an adult talk show where we talk about any and everything because we don't give a flying, what comes after that. Anyway, I'm being nice tonight.
A flying pig.
Yeah, between Ketel and Redwine, I tell you what.
Fired up.
I'm on PG tonight.
Burn home.
I'll tell you what, you mother dress me in a tie tonight because I'm Mr. Conservative because I'm here with two loose cannons.
Oh, you Mr. Poppa DD.
They are loose cannons.
He's Mr. Poppa DD.
Woo! They are young and gifted, honey.
And black. Don't forget
black.
that.
And black.
That's where it's at. What's poppin', Poppa DD?
What's poppin' tonight is, let's talk NFL. Let's talk about that for a minute. The gentleman's name was Greg Hardy, okay? Bad dude. He's a defensive player, and he played with the Carolina Panthers originally, and the Dallas Cowboys picked him up, and he was accused of all this domestic violence stuff on his girlfriend. They claim that he punched her and threw her on a pile of, let people, elaborate the story, that he punched his girlfriend and threw her on a pile of guns. Now, I need to see the video. And I'm not downplaying any situations. There's no room for domestic violence on anyone, whether it be girl on guy or guy on girl or girl on girl or boy on boy, whatever your particular situation happens to be. But anyway, they claim that he punched his girlfriend and threw her on the bed on a pile of guns. All right. So he had his own little trial, and he won a trial by jury, and it fluctuated to the point where the case kind of got put on the back burner. Then it kind of fizzled out because the girl that testified that was testifying against him, she didn't show up at a court appearance. So the case kind of got dropped inadvertently, but still took some notion, being the fact that he's an NFL player with the Carolina Panthers at the time. Now, the Dallas Cowboys picked him up through a contract year. Now he's with the Dallas Cowboys. In the NFL, your boy Redwine, Roger Goodell, they suspended him. They suspended him for 4 games, and this being the 5th week of the season, he's back. Now Tom Brady was able to jump through hoops and everything, and he had to do anything. Okay, so we ain't gonna talk about the pattern of the world, but like I said, the third ear and the third eye. Okay. Anyway, but this is what let me read you what was happening since his little comeback situation. Defensive end Greg Hardy is back with the Dallas Cowboys this week, and as Darren Gant noted, which is probably his agent, he's ready to come out guns a-blazing. Now, this is his agent saying this, all right? Knowing that the guy was accused of this and here, the agent going to come out and say something he think is clever. Anyway, now, the news reporter said, now, don't you think that was a bad choice of words for a player whose absence was caused by a domestic violence arrest that included alleging that he threatened to kill his ex-girlfriend and threw her on a pile of guns? Okay, so anyway, let's get to the meat of it now, all right? Now, Hardy made it clear that he's just come back to play football. He's not worrying about what's going on with this and that. And they asked him what was he looking forward to getting back to when he comes back to the game. And he says, I love seeing Tom Brady. He's cool as crap. This is what Hardy said. All right, Hardy said via the Dallas Morning News, have you seen Brady's wife? I hope she comes to the game. I hope her sister comes to the game, and all her friends come to the game. One of my favorite games of the year is Tom Brady, because he brings all these pretty model-looking women. Now here's a black man talking about white women. Okay, so the white media in Dallas is freaking out, saying, wait a minute. You had domestic violence. You're playing with the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know if you've seen the movie Malcolm X when it first came on with Denzel Washington and Spike Lee. And they had a little process in their hair, and the cops raided their apartment. And when Denzel playing Malcolm X, they was riding in a cop car. They said, we didn't get busted for peddling drugs. He was saying to Spike Lee, and Spike Lee said, "What do we get busted for? We got peddled for chasing white women." Anyway, that's a reference of when you talk about white women as a black man. But this is a millionaire black man, so I'm sure he done ran up into a few white coochies during his spectrum of, and he's a great football player. So with the Carolina Panthers and everything else, and how most people feel like they haven't succeeded or they haven't conquered the world financially until they ran up into some Caucasian trim. Anyway, okay. But anyway, his name is Greg Hardy, and he's back with the Dallas Cowboys this week. He's a bad dude. He's a defensive end. And he's looking forward to Tom Brady and Tom Brady's wife and everybody else. And we can tell that he's... And I wondered, the woman he threw a pile of guns, maybe she was black.
Oh, boy.
So, I don't know. But I just want to put that out there. And I think that Jerry Jones just picked him up because he's putting asses in the seat. He's a controversial black man, and that sells newspapers, that sells tickets, that sells everything. Mm-hmm. I mean, and this is a true story, if a newspaper is having trouble selling papers that month or that week, all you have to do is put a picture of a black man on the front of the paper. It'll sell. You don't have to put what this even on there for. People will buy that paper and put it in their arm, and when they get on the train, they can't wait to read it. Now, he could have saved people from a burning building, but as long as he's on that cover of that newspaper is going to sell millions because people want to know, what did that black man do? So anyway, that's my what's popping for the night.
All right.
And I'll go easy with that because coming back with Living for the City, I'm going to go hard.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well,
you got any questions or comments on that or any other stories you want to call in? Give us a call at 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
And press 1.
Yep. You want to keep on rolling into the weird news?
Yeah, might as well keep rocking and rolling.
Weird news.
All right. Poppa DD has set the pace.
All right now.
All right, who's up first on weird news? Me?
Yep.
Oh boy, I got one for you. You know, I don't know what causes people to do what they do, but I'm just going to report the news as they give it to me. I got one out of Eugene, again out of Oregon. And now it all starts to make sense.
How's the kite?
A woman wanted on identity theft charges has been arrested in Oregon after a construction worker lifted the lid of a porta potty toilet and found her hiding inside. Now, let me say again. She was hiding inside of a porta potty toilet. Not just in the little thing where you open the door. She was in the toilet.
That nasty
stinking
polecat of a place.
Festering, germy, disease-ridden porta potty. She was desperate. This is the 27-year-old. Her name is Treasure Dawn Shockey.
Well, she ain't no treasure in there.
Not anymore. She had 2 warrants out for her arrest. She was running. Yeah, exactly. She was running from the police when they were trying to talk to her.
And she said, "Oh, there's a porta potty, stage left."
Exactly. Police said a witness told them that they saw a woman run through her yard and climb a fence onto the property of Eugene Swim and Tennis Club. 20 minutes later, a construction worker told police he had lifted the lid of a porta potty and been surprised to see her inside. Police saw Shockey and left the toilet. They said they saw her when she left the toilet and they arrested her. So can you imagine some man went in there to use the toilet, opened up the lid, hey, and there's a woman inside the daggone porta
with all that little blue stuff.
That is disgusting.
That blue water in.
I wouldn't. If I was a cop, she would have to stay there. I wouldn't want to take her in.
Yeah, I wouldn't have put her in the backseat of my car.
Bump that.
That's nasty.
He's rubbing that cruiser out.
But she got back to the police station and said, "What's that blue stuff?"
They said, "What's that smell?"
What's that blue? What's all that
Why
blue
are you
stuff?
blue?
Said, I don't know. I really don't know what that blue stuff is.
What you got over there, Papa?
Anyway.
Woo, nasty.
In my weird news, Ohio man called the cops to complain that he got too high on marijuana. Youngstown, Ohio, Associated Press. Police in Ohio say that they were called to a house by a man who complained that he gotten too high smoking marijuana.
Wow.
Okay? And this newspaper is called the Youngstown Vindictor. Wow. Reported that Austintown Township Police on Friday found 22-year-old man. He was curled in a fetus position at the front door. He was groaning and growling. He was surrounded by snacks like pretzels and cheese pops and one of my favorite, Dipsy Doodles. He had Doritos.
Then he had the little
goldfish.
Yeah. And some cookies. Cookies and meal.
Chip Ahoy cookies.
Oh my gosh.
Let me read. He smoked so much marijuana. Let me read this again, because Ketel and Redwine, they're in rare form tonight. Okay. When the police came there, he was in a fetal position because he was so high. But they said that he was surrounded by Doritos.
Oh, we off the chain. What about you, Papa?
Dipsy Doodles, goldfish.
What the hell is Dipsy Doodles? What the hell is that?
Corn chips.
Some kind of snack, something.
And Chip Ahoy cookies.
Oh my goodness.
You've got little goldfish too, right?
I said goldfish.
Okay.
And the newspaper also reported that the man told the police that he couldn't feel his own hands.
Oh my God.
He was numb. He said he smoked so much weed that day he did not know what to do.
Oh.
All right. And they found a glass jar of marijuana and all the stuff, the paper, the pipes, and everything that goes along with it. And the man, he refused medical treatment, and he was just charged with the crime of marijuana possession. But that is my weird news.
Oh, boy. I'm curled up like a baby talking about I can't feel my hands. Did he use use his hands to call 911?
Well, now he might use his tongue.
It does.
I don't know. Okay, I'm just asking.
You know,
Okay.
I've had much more respect for the Associated Press. You know, they used to really be a big company that reported some real serious news. Now they're desperate.
Well, this is a crazy one. I've never heard anything like this in my life. Man sues restaurant known for throwing rolls, like bread rolls.
They throw them? Who they throwing the rolls at?
He says he sustained a lacerated cornea due to the restaurant's bread-throwing antics. Might as well keep laughing. A man is suing a Missouri restaurant known for throwing rolls at customers for throwing a roll at him. Lambert's Cafe is a restaurant Charlotte, proudly known as the home of throwed rolls.
Throwed
Yep.
rolls?
Servers lob bread rolls across the restaurant at guests.
What?
Never heard of nothing like this. Catch it?
I don't understand. However, the airborne carb bombing went completely wrong for one customer. Troy Tucker is suing the restaurant over a severe injury he claims to have received due to the restaurant's bread throwing antics.
Wow.
Tucker says he sustained a lacerated cornea with a detached, and all head, neck, eyes, and vision were severely damaged. He's suing for $25,000 to pay for his medical bills and legal fees. Troy, that's it, I know. Troy claims in his lawsuit that throwing rolls is a defective condition and that the restaurant already knew about the danger of this practice. Throwing things at customers might not be the best decision, but just how hard did a server have to chuck the roll to cause damage to his vision, eyes, neck, and head? So it doesn't tell you. You already know the real why. It doesn't tell us the velocity of how fast the bread was being thrown, but we might have to take a commercial break. I don't know real why they're gonna survive. But that's crazy. So the guy he's suing for $25,000. His name is Troy Tucker. Also, in another incident, they said this isn't the first time a customer has filed somewhat over-the-top lawsuit against a restaurant. Earlier this year, a woman decided to sue P.F. Chang's. Know that famous restaurant? Chinese restaurant, good food, over what she deemed to be a discriminatory gluten-free menu. The Pan-Asian chain charges $1 more for gluten-free items. She believes that the surcharge discriminates against those who can't eat gluten and that it violates the Americans with Disability Act. That's interesting. That's funny.
Wow.
Well, that's our weird news for tonight. We're going to compose ourselves, and we're going to take a little CC break, and we're going to come right back.
Oh, my goodness.
We'll be right back.
You're in the right place at the right time. It's the Pajama Party. www.apajamaparty.com. Produced by DC Homegrown Entertainment. Don't just sit there yelling at the air. You've got an opinion? We want to hear it too. Dial 914-803-4306. That's 914-803-4306. Don't let us have all the fun by ourselves. We've got room for you at the Pajama Party. And remember, it's PJs only, no clothes allowed. Operators are standing by. Well, they're lounging on pillows, but they're waiting for your calls. So call us now, 914-803-4306. Now back to the crew and more of the Pajama Party. Oh, you want to throw pillows?
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Woo.
If you're just joining us, we're an adult late night party, and we just carry on.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome to listen. You're welcome to join in. You're welcome to do whatever you want to do. You're welcome, welcome, welcome.
But whatever you do, do it in your PJs, because no clothes are allowed.
Mm-hmm. And the rule is, when you wear pajamas,
The optional rule?
Optional rule.
That's Poppa DD's rule.
Yeah.
Just nothing, right?
The rule is no draw. Who wears drawers with pajamas? Do you put on underwear then put on pajamas?
That is personal information.
Just go commando.
Okay.
Only her French guy knows that.
Excuse me.
Yeah, only Pierre knows for sure.
Pierre?
Moving along.
So what you got over there, Redwine?
I'm just saying,
Mm-mm.
tonight my topic is, does Cosmopolitan need a social studies lesson? And I'm referring to the magazine, Cosmopolitan.
Uh-oh.
This week, I saw the upcoming magazine cover for Cosmopolitan magazine featuring the Kardashian women on the cover. Now, at first, I didn't really pay it too much mind because I don't keep up with the Kardashians. But then I noticed that one of the magazine headlines next to this photo of all the lovely Kardashians and the Jenners, all decked out in white, it said America's First Family. So I looked again, trying to find President Obama and his family, since I know that the Obamas are America's first family. And to my shock and chagrin, they were nowhere on the cover of this magazine. So I was left to wonder, who is Cosmo talking about? Surely they know that the Obamas are America's first family. The editor of Cosmo, Miss Joanna Coles, is a very bright and intelligent woman, so I can only deduct from that cover that she and the Cosmo people seem to believe that the Kardashians really are America's first family. And to that, I am disgusted, disappointed, and I feel downright disrespected. We should all feel disgusted and disrespected. Are they just stupid, or do they think America is stupid? I'm just saying. What were they thinking? How dare they imply that the Kardashians are America's first family? Here's what I want to know. If the Bushes or the Reagans or even the Clintons were still the current residents in the White House, would they have gone there? Somehow I doubt it. And yes, I'm saying it's a color issue, and I don't mean the color of money. I see this as a black and white issue, okay? I'm just saying. And to you, Miss Joanna Coles, I'm saying shame on you. Shame on you for approving that magazine caption when you knew it was wrong. It was disrespectful and it was misleading. Shame on you for dissing the president and the real first family of the United States of America. Shame on you for giving people who are known for their status on reality TV and social media the title of America's First Family as if they earned it. Are you crazy, Miss Joanna Cole? I'm just asking. If you had titled that magazine with something like America's First Family of Reality TV or America's First Family of Entertainment, nobody would have blinked an eye. I wouldn't have cared. But that's not the choice you decided to make. And let's not forget that Kim Kardashian rose to fame because of the sex tape that was intentionally leaked to the public. Now, is that your idea of first family material? Now, if you can answer yes to that, Ms. Coles, you are in true need of psychiatric care. Now, granted, they've built an entire business model and empire off of their looks and fashion sense and etc., but those are not the qualification to be the first family of America. So let's just get that straight. I've never been a subscriber to Cosmopolitan magazine, and after this fiasco, I would never become one. Cosmopolitan claims to be the best-selling young woman's magazine in the United States. They call themselves a Bible for fun, fearless females that reaches more than 17 million readers a month, delivering the latest news on men and love, work and money, fashion and beauty, health, self-improvement, and entertainment. Well, Ms. Coles, I, for one, am not entertained with your blatant disrespect for America's true first family, which we all know is President Barack Obama, First Lady Michelle Obama, their children, and extended family. This magazine is distributed all around the world. Do you think people in other countries will understand what Cosmo meant by that cover? I doubt it. And to add to all this bull crap, Wendy Williams got on her show and said she didn't understand what people were so upset about. She said that surely Cosmo meant to imply that the Kardashians were America's first family of entertainment or reality TV or whatever. So to you, Ms. Wendy Williams, I say, really? Why are you giving Cosmo a pass? Why are you selling out? It's not the first time, but I'm saying because it feels to me like you're just selling out yet again. Shame on you too, Miss Wendy. I'm not giving Cosmo a pass because what they did was dead wrong, and I'm calling them out on it. And Miss Joanna Coles and Miss Wendy Williams and everybody who works on Cosmopolitan who had anything to do with it, I'm putting all of you all on the Kiss It list. So that's all I'm saying this week. Bam. There it is. There goes another mic.
That microphone is coming out of your chest.
I ain't scared of you, mother.
Ooh, red wine. Watch out now.
I'm done with it. Tired of this foolishness.
Wow.
You sound like Poppa DD over there.
Hey, dock my check. I don't care.
Poppa DD taking a break tonight.
I ain't scared of you. Well, if you guys got any questions or comments what we're talking about, hit us up tonight at 914-803-4306. And press 1.
Got to press 1 to get in the queue. We haven't had no shots of tequila tonight, so you guys don't want to check in. It's all good. Yeah. Well, we're going to take a little CC break, and we're going to come back with Ketel's Corner.
All right.
It's crazy out
Girl,
there.
what are you using on your skin? And your hair looks so thick and beautiful.
I've got a secret.
I know you're going to share it with your girl.
Well, just between you and me, I found a new product that makes my skin glow and my hair fabulous, too. It's bull semen.
No, Bull. Stop playing.
For real. Bull semen gives me this glow and keeps my skin nice and soft and feeling good.
Where in the world did you get bull semen?
From a bull, of course, but only my distributor knows for sure. I can hook you up. Check it out.
Bull semen is great for your hair, nails, skin, and everywhere else where it doesn't feel right. Just warm the tube of bull semen. Put on some Barry White music. Massage the tube using slow circular motions. And when the semen comes out of the tube, put some in your hair, on your nails, on your skin, and wherever you want. Before you know it, you'll be glowing. Your hair will be growing, and your friends will want to be knowing.
I'm ordering my tube of bull semen today.
Order 2. I'm almost out.
Bull semen. Do not use internally, or pregnancy could occur. And we're not responsible for that. Order yours today. And that's no bull.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
Every Friday night we're here.
Yeah.
Join us and make this party complete. We talk about any and everything because we are the Pajama Party.
Let's get this party started.
Better known as one white, one black, and one blonde.
Really? All right, it's time for Ketel's Corner.
Ketel's Corner. Watch out now.
Uh-oh.
It's crazy out there. That's the Ketel's Corner for the night. Check this story out. A nurse accused of reusing syringes while giving flu shots to 67 patients at a pharmaceutical company voluntarily surrendered her license. I wonder why, in New Jersey. The nurse's license is temporarily suspended? Really, people? Really. The board said that it was informed the nurse administered an inadequate amount of the flu vaccine to patients at the pharmaceutical in West Windsor using 2 single-use syringes. The board said the allegations would demonstrate that she engaged in acts of gross negligence, malpractice, or incompetence. Really, people?
Really?
Such conduct evidences that the nurse is a clear and imminent danger. Really? Shut up.
You please?
To the public, warranting a temporary suspension of her license to practice nursing in the state, the order states, which is New Jersey. So if you guys in New Jersey, you better get up out of there.
Watch out there now.
That was 67 workers. Another story. 29-year-old, here we go, New Jersey. Woman was arrested for allegedly practicing lawsuit without a license, selling fake divorce judgments to unsuspecting clients.
They are crazy.
Anastasia, I can't even pronounce the damn last name. Anastasia, she's from Elmwood Park, allegedly forged the signature of a superior court judge on the documents to make them appear valid. She is not a licensed attorney. Let me repeat that. She is not a licensed attorney,
on TV.
And the divorce judgments obtained from her are not legal. She faces up to 5 years in state prison for each count of practicing law without a license and forgery. Really, people? Only 5 years?
So she's giving people divorce papers, and they ain't really divorced. That's messed up.
And especially if they at the court building bickering, like, I want to divorce your ass, and the shit ain't legal. They gonna go back and hurt that woman.
That's messed up.
Also, is it crazy? It's crazy out there. Prosecutors man posed as an agent to get VIP Comic-Con passes. You know, Comic-Con is the big thing with the
big nerd fest.
Right.
Yeah.
Prosecutors say a Utah man posed as federal agent in an attempt to get VIP tickets to a Comic-Con event in Salt Lake City. Jonathan Wall was indicted on federal charges after the 29-year-old man allegedly claimed he needed passes to catch a fugitive at the event where many attendees were elaborate costumes.
So wait a minute, what kind of agent was he supposed to be?
OMG. He was posing as a special agent with the Air Force Office of the Special Investigations.
Oh, my goodness.
The officials contacted the Air Force, whose agents confirmed Wall did not work there. Wall faces charges of impersonating a federal officer and making a false statement.
My.
It's crazy out there, people. I got another one. Weird and hilarious ways people quit their jobs. While you daydream about ways to tell your supervisors to kiss it really, or more or less I'm done, a few employees have found unique ways to do just that. This woman's name is Andrea. She got tired of working her 9-to-5 case management job at a local nonprofit, which she did daily. She took the 3 weeks of PTO. She occurred and started another job at a community hospital. The hospital was totally oblivious to the fact that she was a full-time employee at another agency. So 3 weeks later, when she decided the community hospital gig wasn't a good fit, she simply returned to her job at the nonprofit agency and let the hospital fire her.
So she just left him hanging?
She just left him hanging. Although imperfect, my job at the nonprofit was manageable, she said. Little did I know taking the job at the hospital was like jumping out of the fire and into the frying pan.
So instead of quitting, she just said, forget it.
Right.
I'll just let them fire me.
Right. So she just said, screw it, and went back to work at the nonprofit. And she wasn't concerned about giving the hospital notice. She figured supervisors would figure it out.
Wow. That's trifling.
It's crazy out there.
Woo.
That's all I can say. And one more notable thing. Guess what today is?
What's today? It's
World
Friday.
Egg Day.
Oh, my goodness.
The World Egg Day is celebrated every year on the second Friday in October.
You mean they do this every year?
On World Egg Day, events are held across the world celebrating the egg.
What?
The first World Egg Day was celebrated in 1996.
And they've been doing this every year since 1996?
Yep. Second week.
Do these people have a life?
No.
What they have is an egg.
Nope. And as much as eggs are going up, that's why Dunkin' Donuts closed 100 stores. Because of the egg. Because it's an egg day, official egg day.
Okay. It is crazy out there.
And that's my Ketel's Corner.
Well,
yeah.
I think she's right. It's crazy out there.
Yes, it is.
Well, I think I'm going to go and eat an egg in honor of Egg Day before midnight. What you think, Poppa DD? We should boil a couple of eggs?
Don't eat the egglings best. The shells are too
thin.
Yeah.
Every
but
time
I like that
crack
little
an egg
red
is best,
EB
it's
on
in my omelet.
But it has that cute little EB on it.
Yeah. Is that what you want to get? Just the EB?
Well, I just like how they look. I don't want to eat them.
Okay.
Maybe I'll just go in the store and open the box and take a picture.
Well, if you guys got any questions or comments what we're talking about, hit us up tonight. 914-803-4306.
Press 1.
Or you can always go to apajamaparty.com. Check us out live on Blog Talk Radio. Mm-hmm. Well, I think we're gonna take a little CC break, and we're gonna keep rolling. I don't know, Papa. He just smacking his lips off, baby. Is it good, Papa?
I went back in the commissary and.
Oh, okay.
Went and found him a treat.
Mm-hmm.
We have a nice intern here that set us up with some foods and some drinks.
All right now, some cocktails,
some drinks.
Drinks.
Ooh, we better go hit the commissary.
Watch out now.
Okay, that CC break is sounding good.
No, we can move.
What you want to keep going?
Yeah, what you got, Papa?
All right, well, let's live for the city.
Living for the city.
Come on with it.
You know, there's a lot going on out there today. I just want people to wake up, you know. I don't know how you perceive me, how you may think I'm radical, or maybe I am. And I really don't give a shit how you feel about what you think I am, because I am who I am, and that's the skin I'm in. So therefore, my leather and my suede and my fur and my fox belongs to me.
Watch out now. Right.
Okay? So anyway, you want to judge me, give me a call at 914-803-4306, and we can talk about it. All right? Because I'm about to come off strong. We got a caller. And caller, if you want to join the party.
Go right ahead, caller. You're live on the Pajama Party Show.
I'm just checking in.
Hey there. How you doing?
Oh, Poppa DD, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Talk to me, brother.
About this, what is this coach, this basketball coach? Now, would you drive 95 miles to whoop another coach's ass over your ex-woman?
You know what?
That was a crazy one.
First of all,
would you do that over your ex now? Ex.
Right. All my exes are driving Lexuses.
Right.
So since my exes are driving Lexuses, that means they made out pretty good. So I really don't give a shit what they're doing.
Right.
But if you want to go after and chase after some used coochie, then go ahead on, man. 95, 96, 97 miles.
Right.
To keep up and catch up with my sloppy seconds. Come on.
Okay.
Anyway.
That was a crazy story.
Now I have a comment for Redwine and Ketel. Okay?
Okay.
Now, as a woman, why would you go on Instagram or whatever they're doing now and publicize about your husband as a football player dealing with other women in hotels? Did you hear that?
This is Redwine, and I, for one, would not. I would not air my problems on anybody's social media sites, but that's just me.
Oh, did you hear that story? That was with the football player with the New York Giants, his wife.
I didn't hear that story, but to answer your question, I don't play that kind of stuff. If I couldn't resolve it with him, I sure would not go public with it and put my business all in the street.
What did she do exactly?
She went public with it and said, I am Victor Cruz. I am his wife.
Really?
And I know he goes to different hotels in different cities to play football. I know he's sleeping with y'all whores.
Oh,
so
wow.
all y'all whores need to get together and text each other so we'll know who he's effing.
Gee.
These people have lost their mind.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of desperate.
I think it is, too. I think she lost her mind.
Yeah. I think if you got to do all that to try to hold on to a man, you don't have him.
Yeah, because Victor Cruz, he's a pretty smooth guy.
Well, this is Ketel.
I actually have a male crush on Victor Cruz myself.
And my opinion, I'm sorry, Papa, my opinion on that is she was just trying to hold on to what's hers. And I was in a minute. She's thinking about the money aspect. Because they have a child. I know the story. Yeah, they have a child together, so she's like, look, y'all bees, he's mine. Okay? So step back. She just letting them know. This is mine. This is my territory.
That his wife or?
Fiance. They're not married yet. But she just letting them know. Look, step off.
But they're not married yet.
No. I would do it in a minute. I'd say more power to her.
Is marriage in the cards or?
Well, fiance, so they're planning marriage.
Okay.
Yeah, I just think that's kind of desperate. If you got to do all that, that man is already not really yours, so
yeah,
you might want to just let that go and move on. If they have a child together, she already has an opportunity to go after him for child support.
Probably a better opportunity.
I think you better just cut your losses, go after him with a good lawyer, get your child support, and go on about your life.
Okay.
But she's never going to have peace of mind.
Well, thanks for calling, Carla.
All right.
All right. Have a good night.
Hang in there.
Okay.
I tell you. Man, like you said, Ketel, it's crazy out there.
It is.
Desperate women and all. So what were you saying, Poppa DD?
You guys want to hit us up tonight? Hit us up at 914-803-4306.
And press 1. Not 2, not 3. Press 1. What's up, Poppa DD?
Wow. Living for the city tonight. I had a couple little topics, overtone topics. One of them was called Get Off My Back, Granulated. And I just did that to kind of, get a reaction from people because, if you would think back, I mean, look at the world as a whole. Get out of your little box for a minute and open your ears and open your eyes and see what's happening. Now, the elections that are going on, first of all, I'm going to jump on different topics, but I'm going to be brief on all of them. The elections, no matter who gets picked to be nominated for whatever party, all these parties need what they quote-unquote call the black vote in order to be elected. Why do you think Barack is president? Because people got off their butts. When you win an election, especially a presidential election, that's a worldly election that involves a lot of people. So, therefore, you need a black vote. Nobody's saying it yet, but everybody knows in the back of their mind that's what they need. But some people think they got black people in their back pocket, like Hillary Clinton and this guy Bernie Maynard. But the sad part about it is that this race has been dominated for so many years. People have been living off our backs for years because, see, when you come over somewhere, everybody, you hear people on TV saying, yeah, my mother came over as an immigrant and making me a better world and to give me a better face. But they're the only people that came over by choice. We came over by chance. And we are in a situation where we were always the measuring stick. Even on your job, you look at people that get promoted, they're measuring how far they could be away from you. Even when they move to different areas or different locales or neighborhoods, how far they could be away from you. Black folks have been the measuring stick for years with people. And not to mention using you to walk over their little small creek. They use the top of your head to walk over. You give them knowledge. Black women give other women, I won't use no particular colors in the job market, black women come in there looking good, looking natural, looking sexy, they're dressed to the nine, and then the person come over to them and say, girl, where'd you get that dress at? And then you just start with the whole, go over there, baby. And next you know, 2 weeks later, she's dressing like you, and she got the promotion based on you giving her knowledge on what to do with her wardrobe. So think about the things you're sharing with people and how they're breathing off of you, and deep down inside, they don't give a crap about you. And they're acting like they're befriending you. Ain't nobody befriending you. It's like Chris Rock had a joke where he said, I asked a white person, would you be black for a day? And they said, nah, I'm going to ride this white thing, see where it goes. And he said, and I'm rich, and they didn't want to be me. So I'm not nitpicking or things like that. I'm being very serious, and I want to get back to what I was saying about granulation. Granulation means that we have been granulated like sugar and salt. where people think they know us so well. If you listen to the news every week, everybody got a comment based on what they feel black people are, whether it be Murdoch or anybody out there can always make a comment based on what they think, oh, well, certain blacks, blah, blah, blah. What do you know about black people? And then they think that we all live in the same neighborhood. Well, in the black neighborhood, blah, 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 blah. Wait a minute. There's certain places I would live, and there's certain places I wouldn't live. Straight up. I mean straight up, okay? And I have a standard based on my life and my lifestyle. So when people get on the news and say, well, in the black community, wait a minute. There again, what community are you talking about? They act like we all live underneath a tree. Like, you remember did you see the recent Planet of the Apes movie? When they all were living in that forest area where things, a big disease came in San Francisco and they lived in the forest and it came on and they were all out. They act like we're, in the black community, like we all are following suit. We're all driving as hell. They were the ones in the suburbs with the walk alike, talk alike, look alike, one car, one garage, 1.5 point children, whatever the case may be. And when I say they, I don't just mean any certain group of people. Everybody. We have been beat down for so long. There was a saying out a long time ago that went like this here. We the willing, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. Let me say it again. We the willing, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. And then it ends up with this here. We have done so much with so little for so long that we now qualify to do anything with nothing. Let me say it one more time. We have done so much with so little for so long that we now qualify to do anything with nothing. And that's how some of us feel. We feel that we ain't got nothing, so we happy. They gonna give me a $200,000 lawsuit. They killed my baby, but they gonna give me $200,000. At $200,000, that's a lot of money. I'm a dibba-dabba-dooba-dibba-dibba-dooba-doo. We talking like fucking Scooby-Doo. We don't even know whether we want to fuck or fight. We don't even know which way it's up anymore. We have been so granulated. Granulated means we're like sugar and salt. We don't know what the hell it's coming out of. When we sit down, we don't know whether we're pissing or shitting. Wake up, my people. Look with the third eye and listen with the third ear. Understand the world for what it is. Don't be angry. I'm just talking to get your attention, but I'm a laid-back motherfucker. Believe me, I'll kill their ass with kindness. My mama taught me to kill their ass with kindness. When I see evil motherfucker approaching me, I speak to him. Hello, how you doing? Deep down I'm saying, I hate that motherfucker. But I'm speaking to him. I'm killing him with kindness. Old folks got by with that for years. And that's how they got theirs. But now, this generation now and people today, y'all some soft motherfuckers. Y'all are falling for anything. Wake up and smell the damn coffee on the news. Hold back and use your vote for what's going to benefit you. Don't believe the hype. You can listen to Trump. Trump's my main man. He talk a lot of shit like me. But can he deliver? Deliverance is what's happening. Hell, I mean, I lay in the bed knowing I got to take a piss, but when I stand on top of the toilet and the piss is coming out, I know that vision I had in the bed now is real because urine's coming out of my Johnson. So now it's real. So all I'm saying in closing is that as I drop this mic, is that look here, my people. As my people, look. CNN, all of it. Ben Carson, he's a great surgeon. He has separated twins. He's done fantastic shit. He's done shit I could never do. But he is hobnobbed with people that made him believe his own hype. Brothers, stick with medicine. Stick with separating the Siamese twins. And whatever you do, you're brilliant at it. But when you talk about the world, you're talking about Popeyes and shit and getting robbed at Popeye, which was down the street from your little hospital. Yeah, I was in Popeyes one day down the street from the hospital, and the motherfucker came in and robbed me. I said, go rob the guy with the money. He went over there and robbed him. That fantastic bullshit. Stop dazzling me with brilliance and baffling me with bullshit. Stop blowing smoke up my ass, you Uncle Tom ass Negro. Come on, man. You worse than that pizza man that ran during the fucking what was the other guy? What was it with the pizza? The pizza guy that ran during the last election, but he was fucking 900 women, so he got kicked out of the race. So anyway, let me go. I don't want to hold up too much of the show. That's my segment tonight on Living for the City. Wake up, everybody. Be cool. Don't let them see you sweat, and don't get excited. I'm just talking excited, but I'm cool as a motherfucker. Anyway.
That microphone is coming out of your chest.
I ain't scared of you, mother.
Papa.
Anyway.
There goes another mic.
I know that's why we run out of mics now.
Yeah, we got to order some new ones.
Man, if you got any questions or comments what Papa talking about, what our viewers have been discussing tonight, hit us up tonight, 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Yeah, I forgot to say it. Press 1. You got me discombobulated. It must be time for the cocktail of the week.
Discombobulated or combobulated?
Yeah, that.
With it.
Go ahead.
What he said. Okay, cocktail of the week. It's what's in the glass.
Okay.
What's it called?
What you got?
Kentucky Buck.
Buck?
As in Buck Wild.
All right now.
Kentucky Buck. Okay.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Trust us. You're gonna want to try today's cocktail of the week. It's a riff on a classic whiskey buck cocktail. The Kentucky Buck combines muddled strawberries with bourbon, citrus, bitters, and ginger beer for a cocktail that's simple to make but even easier to drink.
What?
Then let me tell you what's in it.
Do tell.
Yes. It's 2 ounces of bourbon, 3/4 ounce of fresh lemon juice, a 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, and simple syrup is just 1 part water and 1 part sugar. You need 1 medium strawberry, 2 dashes of Angostura bitters, and chilled ginger beer. Then what you need to make this on your bar tools is a muddler, which is basically something to smash the strawberry with. You need a shaker and a strainer and a Collins glass. That's the taller glass, right, Ketel?
That's it.
And you need a lemon wheel or like a wedge of lemon to garnish your drink. So what you do is you put the strawberry in your shaker and you want to muddle it with your muddler or whatever you have to smash the strawberry. Behave, Poppa DD. And then you take he's over here acting it out. And then you take the remaining ingredients with the exception of your ginger beer and you want to shake it with ice, strain it into a glass filled with ice, and top it off with your ginger beer and garnish it with your lemon wheel. And it is a beautiful, sexy drink.
Watch out now.
This drink we think has staying power, like that Barry White song when he said, "I got staying power, baby." You're going to want to have this cocktail again and again.
Wow.
Mix up one for yourself and mix up one for a friend. It's not only delicious, it's beautiful, too. That is the Kentucky Buck.
There's a lot in there from Kentucky.
They can check it on our website, pajamaparty.com.
Yeah, we'll have it updated. We'll make sure we get our intern to update the website. Should be posted by tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have it up by tomorrow.
Does she get paid?
No.
I wonder, can the intern bring us another drink or something?
Dress is nice.
Yeah, well, we can ask.
Watch out then.
Maybe after the Hollywood wrap-up.
Okay.
Maybe we can do that.
Gonna keep rolling?
Yeah, let's keep it moving.
All right now.
Keep it moving.
What's going on in Hollywood?
Well, I see the animated stuff got it going on. Toy Story 4. Delayed as The Incredibles 2 gets release date.
Oh, my goodness.
The Incredibles 2 will arrive 15 years after the original. Did you believe that? 15 years later?
It's been that long?
Yep. Disney has adjusted the release date for the Pixar Toy Story 4 and confirmed when The Incredibles 2, it's another Pixar film, will hit theaters. Toy Story 4, which is going to be a love story about Woody and Bo Peep.
I was getting ready to say, wait a minute.
Don't go to Redwine.
Okay.
Will open on June 15, 2018. 2 years. Wow. 1 year delay. So I guess they were supposed to open on 2017, but 2018.
Okay.
So it says taking the Toy Story 4 original slot is Cars 3. So I guess they're more or less trying to strategically, release these films that they have going on. So, for a reason.
I didn't even know there was a Cars 2.
I didn't either.
Okay.
Wow. Who knew? I guess the kids,
Okay.
So The Incredibles 2 won't be released till June 21st, 2019. That was a good movie.
Yeah, it was.
So, as we know, the Toy Story was the original ones in '95.
Really?
Yep. A cowboy doll is profoundly threatened and jealous when a new spaceman figure supplements him as top toy in a boy's room.
Buzz Lightyear!
It stars Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, and Don Rickles. The story, like I said, '95 American computer animated buddy comedy adventure film produced by Pixar, was released by Walt Disney. Toy Story was the first feature-length computer animated film and the first theatrical film produced by Pixar. Toy Story follows a group of anthropomorphic, which means described or thought of as being like human, toys who pretended to be lifeless whenever humans are present, and focuses on the relationship between Woody, bullstring cowboy doll, voiced by Tom Hanks, of course, and Buzz Lightyear. I think he was my favorite, astronaut action figure. He was voiced by Tim Allen.
Yeah, he was funny.
Right, and one of the executive producers was Steve Jobs.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
And Edwin Catmull. But Steve Jobs, it really comes out. I'm like, okay.
That was a good movie.
Mm-hmm. It grossed opening weekend $361 million.
Wow.
Worldwide. That was a Toy Story. And The Incredibles came out November the 5th, 2004. Known to the world as the superheroes Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl, Bob Parr and his wife Helen were among the world's greatest crime fighters, saving lives and battling evil on the daily basis. 15 years later, they have been forced to adopt civilian identities and retreat to the suburbs to live normal lives. With 3 kids, Violet, Dash, and Jack Jack. I think I like Jack Jack.
Jack Jack the baby. He was funny.
So that was 2004. Estimated budget was $92 million. They won numerous awards: Academy Award for Best Animated Feature Film, Academy Award for Best Sound Editing, Kids' Choice Award for Favorite Movie, Critics' Choice Movie for Best Animated Feature. So they won quite a bit of awards.
That was a good one too.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that one.
So Toy Story and The Incredibles. Also, nominees for the 2016 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Interesting. They have Janet Jackson, Steve Miller, Chicago. They have a few, but those are just a few notables. Shaka Khan. More than 800 artists and members of the music industry vote on the inductees, who will be announced in December. Fans can also vote on the Rock and Roll's website toward a fan's ballot that will also be counted. Artists back on the ballot are Chic,
hey, it's about time.
NWA, and the Spinners. Now, they should have been inducted a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
It says Janet Jackson would uphold a family tradition. Jackson 5 were inducted in '97. Also, the California-based Miller, with hits like Fly Like an Eagle. That was one of my favorites. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so they've been nominated.
Time keeps on slipping into the future.
Yeah. The sultry Shaka Khan name was a signature of her 84 hit, I Feel For You. That was in '84? Wow.
Wow, I didn't think it was that long ago.
I know.
They still play that on the radio.
Yeah. The returning nominees, Los Angeles rappers NWA, received a major publicity.
Straight Outta Compton.
Through the movie Straight Outta Compton. This is the 4th year in a row they've been nominated.
And Chic has been nominated. I think this is their 10th year in a row.
Right. I was going to say the nominated process hasn't resulted in good times for Chic. This marks their 10th anniversary. Yeah, 10th nominee. Yeah. So Chic should get in. They should. Between Chic, NWA, and I think Shaka Khan, they should make the. They should make it. That's my Hollywood wrap up for tonight.
All right. Well, congratulations to all the that are nominated. Are they those up for nominees? Yes, well, congratulations
Right.
to all the nominees.
So who's on the birthday list, Papa?
Well, let's see. Birthdays tonight, we have, Russell Simmons.
Oh, that's this week?
It was actually last week, the 4th of, a couple of days
Yeah,
ago.
that's this week.
Yeah, it was, within the compound. 58 years old.
Wow, okay.
Joy Bayard, your girl, Redwine, from, Butte.
She need to be quiet.
She's 73 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, but she needs to be quiet. I agree with you, Ketel.
Simon Caldwell of, X Factor and, Idol fame.
Oh, okay.
He'll be 55.
Simon Cowell.
For his 2-year-old baby.
Tony
Isn't that
Braxton.
funny?
Tony Braxton died
How old
in
is Simon Cowell?
55.
And he has a 2-year-old baby.
2-year-old baby.
Okay.
You know how they do.
By Mel.
Who else you got, Papa?
I got Tony Braxton.
Oh, yeah?
7 whole days. 48 years old. He's 48. You got Bishop Desmond Tutu.
Oh.
He's 84.
Wow, okay.
Tutu.
Imagine that.
Go ahead, Bishop.
Your boy Nick Cannon, future ex-husband of your girl. 35 years old. Damn, he's a baby.
Her new ex.
Miss Mimi.
Her second ex.
Second ex, she usually gets him 30, 90, 30, 90.
Yeah. Yeah, Tommy Mottola. Right? He's Tommy Mottola. Now
I think the guy she's with now, he's like 60, 67, something like that.
He's about the money right now, Papa.
Bruno Mars is 30 years old.
Hey.
Damn.
That's my boy. That's
Yeah.
a baby.
He's a baby. And Jesse. Run, Jesse, run. Jesse, you can win.
Jesse Jackson?
Jesse Jackson.
Keep hustling on.
He's the man that Michael Dukakis nixed years ago.
Flim Flam.
If Michael Dukakis would have picked Jesse Jackson running his vice president running mate, it would have changed the world.
Wow.
But Dukakis, who was mediocre at best, just messed up the whole deal. 74 years old.
74, okay.
Things happen.
74.
All right.
He was a young boy hanging with Martin Luther King, because Martin Luther King would be 86 years old right now.
Yeah, I was going to say about 80, yeah.
Yeah. So Jesse was a young boy in the crowd.
All right.
He was the guess by now you could take a hunch and I am the baby of the bunch. Anyway, moving on.
We're going to move on to the kisser list. Papa got the kisser list. He got it going on. Come on with the kisser.
A list of people compiled that have done some crazy stuff all week. We're going to start with Cosmopolitan Magazine for
sure.
For the cover story saying that Kardashian is the Americans' first family.
Woo! Pimp slap.
Kidding me? You wouldn't have said that if Bush was president.
All right.
Anyway, Joanne Coles, editor of Cosmopolitan Magazine, for approving it. Wendy Williams for having no problem with Cosmos magazine cover. She co-signed it. You know, her fake titties, big feet. Her lip even drips when she drinks tea. She's a man. Rupert Murdoch for saying that Ben Carson will be America's first real black president.
Shame on you,
man,
Rupert.
You must be bopping him in the closet or something. Anyway, Ben Carson for talking about being held up at Popeye's restaurant. I was robbed at Popeye's. George Kennedy for hypnotizing his students without their parents' knowledge or permission. House of Representatives for all their shenanigans and not able to select a Speaker of the House because it's an actual job where you have to work a little bit, and none of them do that. So
none of them want to work.
They don't want to work. Fuck that. Oh, fuck no. All right. Whoever sent the email to the U.S. Capitol Police saying that they're to prepare for violence for the Million Man March, prepare for violence. It's black men getting together, prepare for violence. Crazy. This other guy, what's the name, Redwine?
Anastasia.
Anastasia.
Ketel's girl that was giving out the fake divorce
for being a fake divorce attorney. She was being a fake divorce attorney in New Jersey. So was giving out fake divorces with forged judge signatures.
She was off the chain.
She ain't worth shit.
Anastasia, you wrong, girl.
Actor Daniel Gray was saying that
Daniel Craig
saying that He's so over playing James Bond.
Yeah, he's over it. Like he gonna pee on that. Are you kidding me? He paid all that money.
ESPN radio host Mike Bell for making sexist remarks about the first woman to announce a Major League Baseball game. Saying, wow, ESPN, is that all you got? I guess he's pissed because he didn't get picked.
I guess.
Anyway, Macy's, as usual, for preview day on Friday.
Yeah.
Roger Goodell for not running the NFL right. An automotive store that I personally dealt with, they had lousy customer service today. It was crazy. But I must say that the boss, the supervisor in there, straightened everything out, and at the end of the day, went well. But your employees, you got to check them.
Yeah.
Your employees are on the kissing list. Play Mobile for making a slave doll.
Yeah.
And Rupert Murdoch again for acting like he know black people so well. You don't know shiggity about black folks. This is for you.
Kiss my entire ass. Kiss my Irish ass. You better kiss my Irish ass. This world can kiss my ass. Kiss my ass.
You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss my ass.
Well, you can kiss my country ass. I said if you got a problem with any of that, you can kiss my natural born redneck to the bone, ever loving country ass. That's right.
We're back. That was our kisser list for the night of all the people that messed up last week and continue to mess up. We just put them on blast. You're welcome to call here with your friends, family, brothers, sisters, mothers, father, and you're welcome to give their first and last names.
And we don't care.
My last word for the night is thank everyone for supporting the Pajama Party, and we're doing our best to make it right, to fulfill you every week with some food for thought and some knowledge and some uplifting. And thank you for listening to my commentaries and understanding. You're welcome to call me if you want to jump back in my ass and comment on it. But if you don't, then deal with it. Anyway, no, thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling.
Well, this is Redwine, and I just want to say, Joanna Coles, you're dead wrong. You're dead wrong, girl. I don't know what you were thinking, putting the Kardashians on your magazine and calling them America's first family. I don't care if you put them on the cover of your magazine, but they are not America's first family, so let us be straight on that.
Who's the first
okay? Family? The Obamas are America's first family.
Why you dumb, girl?
Let us be clear.
You say that with your fist in the air,
Let us be clear. As President Obama said, let me be clear.
Let me make one thing
perfectly clear. Okay, Joanna Cole, you're tripping. And Wendy, stop being a sellout. Thank you, everybody, for listening to our show. We enjoyed you all this evening, and we'll be here next Friday for another episode of the Pajama Party Show. Ketel, what's your last word?
Well, my usual. Thanks to our old listeners, new listeners, and future listeners. We want to pray for the folks out down there in South Carolina. We pray for you and your family. I want to give a shout-out to Cali in New Jersey, Louisiana, North Carolina, and Pittsburgh. We're looking for you. We're searching for you. If you're out there, next week, give us a call.
That's right, Pittsburgh. Where you at?
Give us a shout-out. Yeah.
Also, shout-out to Lynette Tichelle and Lena Chanel. They got big things popping, and we're expecting to hear back from you, get a praise report when everything finally comes to fruition. We're expecting that from you all because you all are phenomenal. So you all keep it real, keep it live, and, do what you do. We got your back.
Also want to give a shout-out to our parent company, DC Homegrown. Check us out at DCHomegrown.com.
All right. Shout-out to New Orleans, Florida, Philly, Cali.
And we out of here. Yep, we out of here.
That's it. Bonsoir. Say good night, Papa.
Good night, everyone. Check us out next week, Friday, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock Central.
Oh, boy.
7 o'clock, 6. 9:15 CP time.
See you next week.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so.
I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of cheers.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko. Sana.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.
Pajama Party, growing sexy, throwing a party. Pajama Party, party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. Pajama Party, growing sexy, throwing a party. Pajama Party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. Pajama Party, growing sexy, throwing a party. Pajama Party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. Pajama Party, growing sexy, throwing a party. Pajama Party. Party crew, keep